so baby. Look at him. But I see that you take very good care of him. So, Snom, if it's okay with you, and also, your trainer, I'm going to be measuring you today, okay? Snom is a very small Pokemon, but it's a bit tricky to measure because look at all these little spikies, So, let's, I think we will do its face first, then its body, and then lastly we'll do all the little spikies. Okay? Fantastic. So, I say we get right into it, okay? So I'm gonna put you right over here for now. And we're gonna start the measuring system. I have my trusty measuring tape right here. And we're going to use this to measure our little ice bug friend over here. He's so sweet. So, let's begin with Snom's face, okay? So Snom, I'm going to put you right here, and I'm just going to go like this, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.3. 8.3. Very good. Perfect. Okay, so next up, we have to measure its face, but like vertically. So here we go, Snom. Let me know if there's any issues with any measurements, okay? If you are in pain or if anything is wrong, if you feel uncomfortable, please let me know. So here we go. And this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.2. Very good. Now this is a perfectly good size for a Snom of his age and his level. So, all good there. Now, let's move on to its tiny little eyes. This is a very small measurement, so let's do it right here. As you can see, it's 1 centimeter. Actually, 0.9, and the other one should be the same. Eyes tend to be quite similar. 0.9 as well, so 0.9. Very good. Now, we're moving on to Snom's little mouth, Jump, 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 jump. Look at him go. Munch, 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 munch. So, we have to measure its mouth because, believe it or not, as tiny as Snom looks, Snom are voracious eaters. I would say they will climb their way up snowy mountains while just munching away at snow, which is insane because look how small Snom is, In fact, Snom is the smallest ice-type Pokemon, like, ever, And not only is it the smallest ice-type Pokemon, it is also the weakest. And by that I mean that its base stat total is the lowest out of any ice-type Pokemon. So, it's crazy to think that it's so small and it can eat so much, So, let's begin by measuring its little mouth over here, and we get 2.12.1, 2.2, 3, 4. Very good. Okay, and the other one as well over here. 1, 2.1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Okay. I have to note everything down, of course, and also the distance between its mouth is also really important because obviously it needs it to eat. So here we go. We're gonna measure it just like this, and it's gonna give us 3.67, 3.7. Very good. So here we go. 3.7. Very good. Snom, you are doing great, honestly. I forgot to mention earlier, but we need to measure its little belly as well, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.1, 2, as well. And this measurement is basically up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.1. Perfect. 7.1. Fantastic. Snom, you are behaving great. So, I can tell that your trainer takes really good care of you. Be careful though, if you love it too much, it might evolve into a frost moth at night. Obviously, that's up to the Snom as well if he wants to evolve or not. But I'm sure you're taking really good care of it. Now, we also have to measure every single little spiky that Snom has in its body, okay? And it's important to measure the how long its spike is, but it's also important to measure how many spikes it has, because as you probably know, if you have a Snom, Snom's internal organs, they take, they amplify the cold air from all the snow that it's constantly eating, right? And it uses this to create these little spikes on its back, So the more snow a Snom eats, the larger and more sort of impressive that the spikes grow. And these spikes are a pretty good size for a Snom. Obviously, they're not going to go to like super long because it's going to be inconvenient for the Snom, and also it just doesn't work like that. So this is really just by eyeing it, I can tell that it's a really good and healthy length of the spike, and they look pretty impressive and pretty good. So that's a good start already. But now let's get on to measuring them. I think we will count them first, just to make sure that there are enough. Obviously, every Snom can grow a different amount of spikes, but we have to make sure that a good number of spikes are growing. So let's count them together, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Let's just double check by counting again, okay? This time we're going to do front to back, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Perfect. And 14 spikes is a really good amount of spikes, and it's a really common amount of spikes for Snom to have, so that's great. We have Snoms who have 12 spikes. We've had some Snoms up to 20 spikes, and that's also normal. But if it has too many, it starts to become a little bit too much, for the Snom to handle. Maybe it's eating too much. Maybe it's got something in its body that's making too many spikes happen, and that's obviously it's good for Snom. It's better than no spikes, but it's not good if it's hindering the Snom because there's so many spikes and it gets a bit too heavy for him, for example, or any other burden like that, So here we go. We're gonna do every single spiky now. Don't worry, this should be nice and quick, but I'm just warning you that it's gonna be 14 little measurements over here. So, luckily we only need to measure the height of the spike and not the circumference. We just need to measure the circumference of one of them to make sure it's nice and healthy, and it's gonna be this one right here. We go around the spike, and it gives us a nice 4.6. So, we're gonna type it down, and now we're gonna measure the length of each spike. Now, in order to do this so we don't miss any spike, I think we're going to go just front like this around, and then like this around again, and then we're going to do the last 4 at the back right here, these 4. So let's get right into it with this one right here first. This is going to be it's always good to get the first one nice, so in case the second one doesn't match, we know, okay, which one was wrong, you know, so we have to make sure that the first one's really good, so that the next ones match it as well, and we're like, okay, this makes sense. So this is 1.8. Very good. Now the next one is going to be this one up here. Here we go. This one is 2, and honestly, the ones on top are usually going to be a little bit longer than the ones on the side. So that's good. 2 is very good. Now, this one right here. This one is going to be 1.7, which I would argue is a little bit short, but it should be fine. It's no cause for concern, you know. Assuming that the other ones are fine, which I'm sure they are. This one is 2, and 2.1 actually. Again, these are not meant to be the same size, okay? These are, think about it like stalagmites, you know, little ice that appears on the ground. Think about it like that, I guess. Yeah, they're not meant to be the same size. They're meant to be similar sized for sure, but they're not going to be exactly the same. It's not the same as like its eyes. If its eyes were not the same size, it would definitely have some issue, but it's not the same here. Next up we have this little spiky over here, and it's also going to be a nice 1.8. Okay, now let's not get confused here. Let's make sure we measure every single one. We don't do any repeats or anything like that. So, this one right here, 1.8. Very good. This one, now this one looks quite big, but it's fine. This is what you'd expect some of the bigger spikes to be at. And yeah, this one is 2.2. You know what? 2.3. But it's fine. Right here we have another one. This is 2. And we're over halfway through the spikes now. This one is, again here, this one's a little bit bigger. Like it's meant to be 2.1. Very good. And this one, this one seems to be a little small. But again, the ones at the bottom of Snom are usually a little bit smaller. So it's fine. 1.7. It's fine though, as I said. Now we have the last 4 on this back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with this one, which is nice at 2.1. This one here, which is, it's actually going to be the smallest one we've had today at 1.6. I think the smallest one. This one over here at also 2.1. Very good. And the last one here, the one at the back at, usually this one's the smallest one, and it makes sense here. This is 1.2. 1.2. Perfect. Honestly, from these measurements, I can tell that you're taking good care of Snom, that you're feeding it enough snow, because, well, the specks on its back that I said, they are created by the snow it eats. So you're doing a great job taking good care of your Snom. And if you want to get a frost moth, I'm sure you might get one soon, because it requires friendship to evolve. So I'm sure you're doing a great job. There's a great start to begin your little journey if you want a frost moth. Lastly, I have to do some very specific measurements. I don't want to go through it. It's very professional. So it is these measurements that there's not like a specific, oh, we're going to do an arm, obviously not for Snom, but or we're going to do an eye. It's very specific measurements that we need just to make sure the Snom is healthy. So if you excuse me for a second, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.3. Okay. Over here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.5. Pretty good. Oh my god. I forgot we need to do the circumference of Snom as well. Snom, if you don't mind, I'm gonna grab and just wrap this around you. It's a little spin for you. So, as you can see, right here, all the numbers are upside down, but as you can see, it's, let me double check, it's 24.4, Snom, I'm so sorry, but I have to do it the other way around as well. So here we go. Whoop. This is going to be our biggest measurement. And it is. What do you think? I agree. I think 28.6 as well. 0.6. There we go. Okay, that's good. And honestly, that's about the size you would expect. So that's really good to know. Now, let me just get a couple more important measurements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.3. Right here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.3. Okay, so I'm sorry. Let me flip you over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and also this one. Okay, and lastly over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.653. Okay, and here 1, 2, 2. Okay, very good. Sorry, I'm getting a bit into my own space, just trying to get all the measurements going. Okay, Snom, one last one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, very good. So, I think this is all the measurements that we need to do today. Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful little Snom with me today. He's a great little Pokemon, and I can tell that you're taking really good care of him. So, thank you so much for doing that, and thank you, Snom, for being such a lovely little Pokemon, and for, being so well behaved. We've had some interesting Pokemon in the past who are not so well behaved as this one. But yes, I'm really happy to hear that even if he's very small, he's still very well taken care of, and that you're giving him all the love he deserves. So I'm very happy to hear that. You can take him back now, sorry. Goodbye, Snom. So, thank you so much for coming. You'll get your results very soon, but let me just let you know, there's no issues with your Snom. I think his measurements are perfect. Again, you'll get your results very soon. I'll hopefully see you again if you have any other Pokemon that need to be measured. And yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you for coming once again.